Comic-Con experience.
I am, man. Yeah, yeah. How are you finding it? Have you been here loads of times?
This is my ninth.
Ninth?
In a row, yeah.
How many have there been?
It goes back, I think, a few decades. There was a point where, believe it or not, it was actually just about comic books.
Yeah. That's insane. And now it's this huge Goliath thing.
Yeah, about the time Jessica Alba and Dane Cook were here promoting a romantic comedy, that's when it was like, okay, now it's a free-for-all.
Yeah.
But the Underworld franchise certainly ties into genre and the things people are really fans of here. And really one thing I think is interesting is that the Underworld movies predate this current, like, Twilight, True Blood, Vampire Diaries, like all these kind of great vampires and werewolves stories we have. In what ways do you think like this new Underworld movie kind of ups the ante or offers a different take on what everybody else is doing now?
I think this movie ups the stakes. I think there's a lot of new stuff, but Underworld is more about vampires being, the animal side, the base side, the fact that they're driven by survival, they're driven by blood essentially, and there's less of the romance in that sense. There's more just hard motherfucking vampires. Yeah, it's cool.
And you get to be one of those hard vampires. Was there a lot of stunts, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, a lot of things like that you had to learn?
There was. I was saying I had to do parkour, boxing, which I've done some before, but knife work, it was great. I mean, and wire work as well, which obviously...
Parkour is like the running up the walls and all that, How that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I only managed to do a certain amount of it, but the guides that were teaching me were just a really experienced guys. It was really cool to do, and I get loads of different weapons, which is always good. Everyone loves weapons.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good weapon? Yeah, I feel like people kind of forget that making a movie, you really get to get an education in all sorts of different things in such a unique way. Yeah. Is that part of the appeal of the whole process?
Definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, you're always learning, which is great. It's really interesting to be in that place. You can never not be learning. Everything is new. Every new project, there's many things that always brings to the table. It's interesting doing 3D, and I've never done a 3D project before, but it'd be great to see it, But interestingly, it wasn't that different. I thought it might be quite different, but I think now maybe the technology's changed. It's more coherent in the sense that really the only thing that's different is maybe the choice of shots, but also the time it takes. Setups are a bit longer, but.
Now, when you make the choice to sign on to the fourth entry in a big franchise like this, do you give in to the temptation to go online and see what all the film blogs and the fans or what the anticipation is, what people are saying?
That's a good point. I don't actually have to say. I don't usually, just because, especially coming to a franchise where I haven't, I'm a new character. I think I want to. I don't want to be influenced by anything, so I want to feel that embed myself properly in the story as much as I can.